Hi everyone, how are you doing? Today I have the third video for the life and death problems but in a slightly different format. In my first two videos I was solving problems while explaining why I think certain places are answers and then you got to see whether they were right or wrong. But today I would like to introduce my own top 10 list of corner life and death. So these are the shapes that you want to recognize other than like reading the results when you're playing. So these are like most frequently appearing in the games, and if you know the answers already, it will be very helpful in your games, especially when you have limited time to think. Oh, also the top 10 lists are just mine, so it's not like anything official and it's not like I have any statistics that these are more common than the others. But these are from my experience, and then I believe these will be useful if you can memorize all of them. So I hope this video is interesting, and let's start from the first shape. So here we have the first shape. You can see that there is some white spore stones and you often see this shape. And what is the life and death of this thing? It's dead. And it doesn't matter whether it's black's turn or white's turn, it's still dead. So let's see what happens if white plays here and then plays here, and this is still dead. Black doesn't need to come in or do anything. White still can't leave. Even if white comes over here, black would do that. And white will have to answer. And black comes over here. White will have to take this one and black comes in. Also, let's see. If white comes over here, black would come in. And then white comes here, black takes this one. And still, this is dead. So the first shape, this one is dead. Without this one, still dead. And even with this one, it's still dead. I'm sorry that I'm saying a lot of dead, but this is still dead. White can't leave. Do that and then that. Still, this is not an eye. You can see that. Ta-da! Right? So that is that. And then let's see. If this one is also here, is it dead or can it live? I think you might have guessed this is still dead. White tries to do that, black still comes in and do that. White blocks, black comes in. White might try this one, but black would do this one and that. So, still dead. So here is our second shape. It's very similar, but you can see that there's one white stone added. And this changes a little bit because if it's white's turn, white can leave. But if it's black's turn, black can capture. So this will be dead. How should black capture this corner? Well, the best way to capture is to hane this one. And then if white comes over here, black would do that and this one. And if white comes over here, then black would get in and hane and like this. So this is very simple. Black hanes and this is dead. But let's see if there's an interesting differences when circumstances slightly changes. Let's say there is a white stone here. Would that change much? Actually, it doesn't, and black can still capture this white corner by playing over here. Then how about white's having here as well? Would that change? And surprisingly, the answer is yes. with these two harness, white is alive. So if black comes over here, then white would come here, and then when black does that, instead of capturing this one, in which case white's group will be captured, white can actually block this way. And now white has one eye over here and black can't connect. So black will have to take this one, and then this is alive. So two harness can make this corner alive even if it's black's turn. Another interesting thing is that if there is no white's harness over here but only this one, do that and that, and then let's say there's a black stone over here, then the way to capture this corner changes. Before, the best way to do this one, but because there is this white stone, now white can leave like this. So in that case, black should harness here first, and then when white blocks, black should get in, and then when white does that, this stone becomes a tari. White will has to take this one, and then black can capture like this. So that's why black needs this stone. Without this stone, white might be going out, so you should be very careful if you can still do this one or not. Also, you may think that with this stone, this attach is working as well, because if white harness, then black extends, and this one and that one is miai. But actually, you should exchange this harness first, because otherwise white would attach here. And then if black comes over here, then it becomes ko like this. And then if black extends here, white would extend, and black's coming over here, white can block, and now black cannot connect. And if black comes over here, then white can connect here. And now black cannot do that because white cannot tari, and without this one, this is seki, meaning white is alive. So this was a more complicated shape. With this one, black's turn, black can capture. With this one hane, it depends on whether there is this blacks around black stones or not. And two hanes, white is alive. And now let's see the third shape. This is still similar, but instead of having stone over here, white has stone in here. Is this alive? It depends on whose turn it is. If it's black's turn, white will die. Black can hane over here. And then if white comes over here, then black would exchange this one, and then hane and get in. So this is dead. Let's see if white can do anything else. For example, this one, black can exchange this and get in. So still dead. Let's see if any hane can change things. For example, if there is white's exchange over here, does that change? The answer is no. Black can still capture by doing this one. Then how about here? Does that change? With this one, it's ko. With the other shape with white stone over here, the answer was white is alive. But with this shape, white is not alive yet, because if black comes over here, white will do this one and block here, it's alive. But actually in this shape, black can come over here. And if white harness, then black would extend. So this is actually captured. So in this shape, white needs to attach from this side. And then when black extends, white can leave like this. There's one eye here and capturing this too. So black needs to come over here. And then when white plays this one, this is ko. So in this case, just with these 5 stones with black's hane, this was dead, but 2 hanes can make ko. So let's look at the fourth shape. You may have seen this one a lot in your games. And is white's corner alive, even if it's black's turn? Actually, it is not yet. It's almost alive, but black can make 1 step late ko. How would black does that? Can you guess? The answer is that black would play here. And then white would attach here, and black attaris. White connects, black takes this one, white comes in here, and black takes, and white blocks, and black blocks here. So this is ko, but not a direct one, because when white plays somewhere else, instead of capturing this one, black needs to play one more move here, and this is still ko. So that means black needs to have at least 2 more ko threads in order to capture this corner. This sounds very difficult, but it still makes a big difference whether this is ko or alive. So better to know this result. If black hanes here, by the way, then white would answer this way, here, and then this is alive now. If black tries here, then white can easily leave. And if black comes over here, then white would block, and black connects here. If white answers this way, then it's ko. But white would not do that, but come over here. When black takes this one, white can block from the outside. Black attaris, and white takes this one. And then like this. So the corner is alive. And that leads to the shape that I wanted to show you, which is this one. And now this is a direct ko. If black extends here, then there's a way for white to leave, which is this one. And then if black hanes here, white plays here, and you can see that white has safely 2 eyes. But instead of just extending over here, black would come in. And then when white blocks, black would extend. White needs to answer, and this is ko. If white tries this one, then black would take. White can block. But when black attaris here, white cannot connect. This will be all taken. So instead of answering here, white will need to take this one, and then this will become ko. So this was the shape with this one. So the answer is 1 step late ko. Okay, here is the 5th shape. When black has this triangle over here, is this corner alive? Well, without this one, white is quite safe. You can say that this is alive. But when there is a stone on this spot, there is a way for black to capture this white, even without ko. How would black do that? First, black needs to cut over here, and then when white needs to answer, black can come in. This is the nice combination. When white takes here, black would get inside, and if white comes over here, then black can attari, and then hane. So instead of that, white might try to come over here, but black will play here, and then with this one, this shape is that shape. So like that, black can capture the corner. Okay, this is the shape number 6. What is the result? Can black capture the white? The answer is it's cool. Black cannot just capture the white. So what is the best way to capture the corner? The best way is to attach over here. And then when white comes over here, black would do this one and that. And this becomes cool. And actually in this shape, there is another way to make cool, which is this one. But I usually recommend coming over here because white would come over here and then do that and takes this one, and white would do this one, and this is cool like this. But if somehow there was a liberty unfilled like that, then this one doesn't work because white would do this one and then cut over here and extend this one. If there was this black zone over here, black could block this one and this will become still cool. But without this one, black cannot do that. So black will need to block and then white can leave. Although black can capture these two, white is still alive. But even if there's a liberty outside, if black plays here, then this becomes the same cool. Like this, and then that, and here. So this is cool. White might try coming over like this one, for example, and that. And this is the same cool. Still black can capture by connecting here. Or if white comes over here, then this becomes also cool. So in this way, by attaching over here, regardless how many liberties are out there, black can make cool. And now let's look at this shape. This one's very similar to the previous one. So the previous one had a white stone over here, but now it's here. Would the result similar as well? Well, actually the answer is no. With this shape, black can capture this white's corner without making cool. How should black do that? In this case, black should hane here and hane again and then come inside. And now even if white comes over here, black would connect, and then white comes over here, black attaris. If white plays here, then black would come in and still white cannot connect. So white has to take and black goes in. So you can see that black's reducing white's territory first and then coming inside like this. So this is the sequence that you must memorize. Here is the eighth shape that we are going to look. So without this black stone, this white corner is pretty safe. There is a aji that black can make some like very long cool, but that black needs so many moves to capture the corner, it's considered almost alive. But when there's a black stone on this first line, things change. Now black can just capture this white even without making cool, but you need to be very careful not to make the cool. So how should black do that? The answer is to come inside here, and then when white disconnect, black comes in. And if white blocks here, black would cut, and white tries to make cool, but black goes out, and white cannot come here nor this one. So this exchange prevents the cool. So you can see that if black tries to do that, for example, white would hane, and then if black cuts, white would make cool. Even this one, white can still make cool. So it's important to remember to exchange this one. By the way, can you tell where you might see this shape? This one actually appears in games quite often because you can see that, for example, let's say, let's erase the triangle, and so you sometimes see this shape. And white can come here and do that and do this one and that and here. Ta-da! Now you see this shape, right? And you remember how to capture this one. As long as you don't need to worry about this cut, you can get inside and then push here. This is dead. So here is the ninth shape. How should black capture this white? Or can black capture this white? If black exchanges this one, then it becomes the same shape that we saw before without this black stone. And as I mentioned before, this corner is quite alive. Well, actually what black can do is to come over here and do this one, and white would do that and connect here and then come this one. So now black can connect, but this is Seki, which is alive. Or black can try to capture this white by coming over here and here and here, and that's cool. It's like black had 3 more moves and still cool. So this is very difficult to capture. But actually there is a better way to do it for black, especially without this exchange. Black should come over here and then connect. And now white needs to extend, but black can come inside and then cut. If white connects over here, then black connect, so this is captured. So you might ask, what if white has a stone over here? That's a very good question, and in this case black cannot capture the white. Black's best way might be coming over here and make the core we just saw, but yeah, that's very difficult to capture. Also, if there's no white stone over here, then it still doesn't work, because when white comes over here, even if black comes in, white can disconnect and there's no cut over here anymore. Black cuts, white can do that. So let's say black comes over here, then white would exchange this one and come over here. Now this is Seki, so that is alive. What should black do if there's no white stone over here? Actually, black should just extend here, and then when white comes over here, black can come here. And now if white extends, what is the result? This is cool. Black can come in here and then play here. If white makes tiger mouth, then black would hane and then come over here. We saw these shapes, right? So black can capture white like this. And here is our last shape. White has quite many stones over here, and then it seems like white has enough space. But actually, black has a way to capture this white even without core. Where should black play? Black should come over here. And then when white blocks, black can come over here. And then if white tries this one, black would do that. And then hane, and then come over here. Now white cannot cut here because that's a tari. And if white connects here, then black connects. So this is captured. Let's see if white can do anything else. For example, if white comes over here, black would exchange this one first and then Atari. And then black can just connect, and this is not enough space. Is there any other way that black can capture this white? For example, like this one? This one doesn't work because white would do this one and then cut over here and then Atari over here. So this is actually ko because black cannot connect. White would Atari here and then leave. So when white Atari is here, black needs to come out. So this is the ko. And the answer, this one, even if white comes over here, black can go out and then do that. White tries, but still captured. So until now, we looked at the 10 shapes that commonly appear in the corner, and then we saw the result, whether they were captured or ko or alive. And let me summarize with the simple answers. From the first one, this shape is dead and it doesn't matter whether it's black's turn or white's turn. Even if it's white's turn, it's still dead. The second shape, with the white's one more stone, white could leave if it was white's turn, but if it's black's turn, black can capture white by the hane. Third shape, it's very similar and black can still capture the white by the first line hane. Next one, black can make ko by getting into the white's eye space with 1, but this is not direct ko. This is one step late ko, and then black will need at least 2 more ko thread to win this ko. The fifth shape, this is very commonly appearing corner shape, and when black has the first line extension, black can capture the white's corner by 1, 2, 3. Next one, also common shape, and black can make ko by attaching at 1. Next one, black can capture the white by exchanging 1 and 3 first and getting into white shape at 5. Next shape, in order to avoid the ko, black should exchange 1 and 2 and then get into the whites by 3. The ninth shape, it's a little counterintuitive, but black's 1 and 3 are the answers, and if white extends on the first line, then black can get into the white's eye shape using the fact that white has no liberty outside. The last shape, black can capture white's corner by 1, 2, 3. So this is what we covered today about top 10 corner life and death, and I hope this was useful for you. Thank you for watching.